Hello, Joshua from PitchHarder.com. I want to talk to all the pitchers today and give you an understanding of pitching drills. A lot of what I have to say and do with my business is teaching the proper way to train a baseball athlete. A lot of it goes against the grain, simply because most of the information out there in the baseball world is completely useless in a lot of areas, because the way they train is so traditional and just doesn't work, doesn't fall into the scientific research that's been out lately. And one of the most controversial topics is pitching drills. Do they work? Which ones should you do? How many should you do? Should you follow the old method where everybody does the towel drill, the kneeling drill? Do these things actually transfer to your pitching mechanics? So that's what I want to talk with you today. So number one, drills, when you do a drill, it only emphasizes part of the motion. In pitching, the whole pitching motion is comprised of one fluid dynamic movement. Dynamic meaning in motion. Drills, the problem with drills is the reason that you do not want to do drills past being a younger athlete building the foundation is because they completely will not transfer over into the whole motion itself. They only emphasize part of the motion. You can't take a towel drill and expect it to transfer into the pitcher finishing his pitch, reaching out and finishing his pitch. It doesn't work that way. If pitching were in segments, then of course drills would work properly because it would be segmented. But what I want you to open your mind up to today is that since the motion itself is so complex and one fluid motion, the science says that picking a drill and doing that drill is not going to transfer into the whole motion itself. Which brings me to number two. How are the drills, how are they interpreted by the body? The body recognizes it as two completely different activities, and therefore there is no performance refinement, only performance degradation. So that means you're only going to get worse, you're not going to get better. And most of you have been taught drills your whole life, or still doing them right now, even at the college level, and it's not working. I promise you that the science disproves it. So what you have to do is open yourself up. How can I train in order to properly allow my pitching motion to be the best it can be? And that's through video analysis. Most of you have heard about video analysis. Most of you have seen it on the web. Some of you may have even used video analysis services before. But what I want to talk to you today about is the difference between my analysis and others, the way they do it. Within my video analysis, I'm able to customize and develop a routine based on your strengths and weaknesses. No other program out there does that. Most programs out there are a one-size-fits-all method, meaning they create a training routine and they kick out that same routine to thousands of players. The difference with me is I'm able to customize each routine based on the individual. And that is why you see tremendous amount of results in my program. I have 16-year-olds throwing 93 to 97 miles an hour, some of the top players in the nation by perfect game. I have other ones that are high 80s. I have professional players who have went from 86 miles per hour to 92 miles per hour in 2 weeks from a video analysis. I have Dominican prospects throwing 102 miles per hour. So the way I go about my training is completely different, and I have the credibility in the testimonials to back that up. Excuse me. back to number two, they're interpreted by the body completely different than what you may think. You may think that if I do this drill, it's going to work its way through the motion, and it doesn't do that. The body recognizes as two completely different activities. Therefore, nothing that is within that drill will transfer into the whole movement of pitching. Unless you're a baseball player, young player just learning the game, drills are fine because you have to build the foundation. But once you get to a certain age, 8, 9, 10 years old, it's time to stop the drills and start working on the motion itself. And the only way to do that is through video, because the human eye is not capable of dissecting a pitching motion itself. It's impossible to dissect. You have to take slow motion video in order to go frame by frame and to create the routine and see what the problem is in the first place. And one of the issues today is most people who do these analysis, they don't have any background in it. They don't understand the biokinesiology, the science, the physics, what angles need to be created. They basically just are going what they've learned off the web, or even just going through the motions and think they're an expert in it, but they're not. And they give out a lot of wrong information, which is detrimental to the pitcher. So what I'm trying to tell you today is, if you want to take your level of play to that professional aspect, to where you feel that you're a top level athlete, where you think you could be drafted, whether you want to get a college scholarship. I have millions of dollars in people getting college scholarships, professional contracts, you name it. Whether you want to be a top level high school athlete, if you're a coach watching this and you want to implement the system to your team, you can also contact me. My video analysis service, like I said, is completely unique. Therefore, I'm able to dissect every single aspect of the delivery, being skeletal. I can, I can see body alignments, what may be limiting them within the mobility aspect, if they're getting enough power through the kinetic chain, the motion of pitching, and so forth. I can completely change the way that you deliver the baseball in order to get the most power out of your pitch. Number three, drills create robots. That is absolutely true, as I used to do the same thing and I became a robot. And what I mean by that is, this will resonate with you. When you do drills consistently, when you're done with the drill and you go into a game, you go into practice, you're throwing, whatever it may be, you bring the mindset of the drills into your game, into your training. As in, you deliver a pitch, the ball is high and it's wild, out of the zone. In your head, you're probably thinking, did I land here properly? Is my foot to the left? Is it to the right? Did I stiffen my leg? Did I follow through on the pitch? You're thinking of 1,000 different things of why that happened, instead of just pitching the ball. So every single pitch, you're analyzing, did I do this? Did I do that? You become a head case, basically, to where you cannot flow in the throwing motion with confidence, being relaxed, but you're constantly thinking on every single movement of your body. Did I do this? Was my arm in the right position? So forth. And it creates robots. So you have to learn how to train the whole motion itself. And there are specific scientific ways in order to do that, to where it will actually transfer to your game. You have to do whatever you do in practice must transfer to the game. Most of the time, baseball players, they do pitching drills, they do training activities that absolutely will never transfer into the skill of pitching, hitting, running, fielding. They'll never transfer to the game. Therefore, they waste a lot of time. And that's mainly what I see within the baseball community. There's a lot of wasted time, and a lot of athletes that could be playing at a much higher level, but they're doing the wrong things. Therefore, they cannot that cannot elevate their game to that next level. Go to pitchharder.com, contact me, and I can help implement a specific training routine for you, where you'll see automatic, instant, and I mean this, instant gains of velocity within a week, within 2 weeks, within 3 weeks, 4 weeks. You're going to see huge transformations within your pitching motion. Don't allow any professional trainer or ex professional player, or wherever you're going, training facility, your coach, whatever it may be. Don't let anyone tell you that it takes a year or 2 years to develop 3 to 6 miles an hour, or it's going to take you a while to do this. That's just completely untrue. I train the trainers of professional teams. Okay, I train Major League Baseball All-Stars. I train prospects at every level, from the youngest to international. My program is a proven technique, patented formula that cannot be duplicated. It is completely different than anything you have seen, and I guarantee it will work for you.